Hey, are you letting your age define you? Are you saying things like, I'm still young, I can wait a couple of years, or I'm too old for this, it'll never happen for me, I should have done that years ago? Are you letting your age be more than just a number? Are you letting it dictate what you can or cannot do? I mean, when's the perfect age to live your dream, do what you want, instead of dreaming of the life you want? Hey beautiful soul, Alice here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My channel is about saying no to negativity and limitations, saying yes to possibility and abundance. Life isn't about being perfect. It's about constantly growing, evolving into better versions of who we are, who we want to become, so we can bridge the gap between our dreams and our realities. And today's topic, you might have guessed it by now, is age, because today is my birthday and I got a birthday present for myself. It's a pop-up card with a unicorn inside. It's a gift from me to me and I love it. Alright, back to today's topic. I used to feel super awkward talking about my age. I felt like everybody else seemed to have this life thing figured out, and I was the only one who never got the memo. I watched the time pass me by, the clock was ticking, and I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. Therefore, I avoided events like high school reunions, get-togethers with friends. I felt super inferior, like everyone's achieved so much and I didn't have much to share about myself because not much has changed. And I know for sure that I'm not the only one out there who's gotten questions and comments like these. When are you gonna get married and have kids? Isn't it about time you stop daydreaming? I mean, let's be realistic. You're already years old. You know, entrepreneurship is for people younger and you're already, So I decided to focus this video on the way we look at age and how it affects our lives, and also age discrimination. I am going to share a personal story and the way I feel about it looking back. So here's my story. Last year, I was working at an e-commerce company in the beauty industry. I was there for about 3 years, and the company was expanding, so almost every other week we would onboard new employees. And every week we would have these big department meetings. What happened was there was this one female manager. During the meeting, she would go up to each and every one of the new employees and ask them this question. Hey, guess how old Alice is? Hey, guess Alice's age. And each and every one of them would give her a number. At the end, she would reveal the big secret. It was super awkward and very, very uncomfortable. But back then, I lacked self-confidence. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't able to stand up for myself and say, no, that is not okay. And when people at higher up positions do or say things like that, it trickles down and becomes the corporate culture, the company culture. So my colleagues would often joke around about my age, and keep in mind, I was in the beauty industry. It's an industry where many companies feed off of females' insecurities in terms of age and outer appearances. That just added to my insecurity. I feel like age was a huge disadvantage. I feel like it was this flaw I had to make up for. So I did a lot, I endured a lot, in hopes of just being accepted or acknowledged for my efforts. Now looking back, there wasn't much of an age difference. Those newer employees, they were people who just graduated from university. They were only a couple of years younger than me. But I let my insecurity and low self-esteem, poor self-image affect the way I interacted with people. I became this pushover. I was taken for granted. And I became like the assistant's assistant, which is super sad when you think of it. And I was overworked, underpaid. It took a toll on my mental and physical health. And one day, after I got off work, I almost lost half of my eyesight. And I was on the bus. It was kind of dangerous. The bus was moving. I almost had a stroke, and that's when I had to take a step back and look at my life. Ask myself, Alice, is this the way you want to live your life, if that even counts as living? So I decided to quit my job. But at first I thought maybe it's because of this company, their culture. Maybe I should find another job at another company in the same industry. So I did so. I landed a job at another company in the same industry, but same self-image, poor self-esteem, same insecurity about my age, my work experience. So I got the same results. The same toxic interactions. I was so miserable. There would be days where I sat in my cubicle questioning life. There would be nights where I just lied in bed, stared at the ceiling, and I asked myself over and over again, Alice, what did you do or not do to end up here? What happened? What went wrong? What do I do? How do I get out of this? I feel like I was living the same year over and over again. And that was my life for years. One day I decided enough is enough. I need to figure things out. I can't go on like this. I just can't. I just can't. So I left the company. I started my journey of self-discovery, personal development. All those years of living up to people's expectations, buying into beliefs of other people, opinions of other people. It made me a stranger, a complete stranger to myself. I didn't know who Alice was. Oftentimes in the mornings, I would look in the mirror and see a stranger. I'd be like, who the hell are you? Who are you? And let me ask you, do you know who you are? There's a reason you clicked on this video. There's a reason you're still watching. Do you feel like a stranger to yourself? Do you know who you are? Who you want to be? What you want to achieve? What's your dream? What's your goal? Do you understand yourself? Okay, back to my story. So I left the company. I started venturing into the world of entrepreneurship. I started some businesses, failed at many businesses, but looking back, I'm thankful for the experiences and the skills I acquired, because I learned lessons. I grew so much. And looking back, it's just 1 year. I've made so many friends around the world. I failed forward. Now I have my own YouTube channel, it's been my dream for more than 10 years. I never had the courage to take action. I learned to step out of my comfort zone. I learned to take a leap of faith, jump, and learn to spread my wings. I learned to let go of what wasn't serving me. And this didn't happen overnight. I had to work on what was inside of me because my mindset, my belief was holding me back. My insecurities about my age was holding me back. So I'm sharing this story not just to impress you. I want to impress upon you that at the end of the day, age doesn't define you. It's just a number. And you're the one that adds meaning to that number if you decide to do so. Otherwise, your age it's a mental state. If you decide to add meaning to that number, do you want to put a negative association with that number? Do you want to think, I'm too old, it's too late for me? Or do you want to look at it from a more positive perspective and say, oh my gosh, looking back, I gained so many skills, experiences, I made so many friends, even though I failed, I made mistakes, I failed forward, I learned, I have grown so much, and I am so happy and grateful that these experiences, these precious experiences, they make my story, they make my life worthwhile. I have a story to share. So, which side are you gonna pick? And I also wanted to mention, this is what I heard from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He said, it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you aren't. If you think your age makes you less qualified for moving forward or doing something you truly want to be doing, do you want to keep on living that way? Comment down below. Are you letting age, gender, your past dictate your future? Because your past does not define your future, but the way you think, the way you look at yourself will define your future. It affects the way you interact with people. It dictates whether or not you take action towards what you want. So, what's your decision? It's your choice. It's a world of free will. That's the beauty of it. I can only give you suggestions. It's up to you to decide. I am so happy and grateful that I found my true passion. I want to share this message with you that if I can do it, for sure you can do it. Because I'm just a normal human being. I tried to climb the corporate ladder. I went through many heartaches. It took me over 10 years to figure things out, and I don't wish this upon anyone. So if you're watching this video, if you feel like you've been living the same cycle over and over again, if you're letting your age, that number, affect the way you look at yourself, stop it! You are so much more than just that number. You are so much more. Start realizing yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are. The person you need the most right now is not somebody else. It's you. Start loving yourself and respecting yourself. Age, it's a number. What counts is your mental state. And oftentimes we hear people say, grow up! When are you going to be realistic? I say, let's change that. Instead of grow up, let's grow young. Let's find out what lights our soul on fire. Life isn't about the number of breaths you take. It's about the moments that take your breath away. And like always, if you resonate with my video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media, and if you need help, of course, reach out to me, send me a private message. And If you have a friend you know would benefit from watching this video, tag them down below, share this video with them. You might be that one person that pushes them towards the life they want. If we could all fall in love with life and do what we truly want to be doing, wouldn't the world be a better place? Wouldn't it be bigger, more beautiful? So let's work together and change the world. You've got what it takes. I believe in you. Now I need you to believe in yourself. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.